Hey y'all, Joseph here, back in Castiglione, and I'm really excited to share something with you. So, yesterday I just posted video number 10, and when I wrapped up the shooting for that video, I started working on another task. Now, in that video, video number 10, you saw I was really struggling to go up and down the ladder, and towards the end of that video I said I really need to do something about getting rid of the ladder and having another way to access upstairs. So, I did just that. And I want to share that with you now. It's not fully baked. There's still a little bit of work to do, and you can follow along as I do that. But this is going to make it a lot more comfortable to move from the ground floor up to the second floor. So look what I have here. I have a section of professional scaffolding. In Italian, it's called this ponteggio. And I was able to secure this from a friend. And this is going to be perfect. Now, when I first set this up, it was my first time putting one of these together, I was a little unsure of how it went together. And when I first put it together, I got up on the top and it was like standing on a cube of Jello. The thing was moving all over the place, and I realized that there were different length crossbars that I didn't have that I needed to add. And once I had these crossbars in place to go along with the parallel bars, this thing is rock solid. So with this, well, I've got to do some more work here, obviously. And I'm going to go over that right now and resolve these problems for making it easier to go from that door up there, which is the original front door into the house, to get up to the next level. So I'm up here on top of the scaffolding, right here in front of the original front door. Now it was from this door, originally there was a landing here and then stairs that went up into the second level where the toilet is. Now all of that was demoed out, and at the time that was demoed, the workers nailed this door shut to prevent anybody from coming through and falling down into the second level, or to the first level, which would have been a terrible thing. So, two issues I need to correct, or I need to resolve. Okay, so there's a gap from where the door is to here. There's a good maybe 2-foot gap here. And if you have any type of vertigo coming across here, be a little scary. The other problem I have is that the scaffolding stops here, and of course the level of the floor is here. So I need to be able to move from here comfortably up to this next level. This is going to be easily resolved because what I'm going to do is use that 3-step stair that you've probably seen in my earlier videos that I used to get up on top of the other scaffolding that I have. I'm going to put that here, and that should resolve the problem of moving from the top of the scaffolding to the next level. But here I'm going to, I have an idea what I can do here. I'm going to cut some wood and build it out and hopefully get it nice and secure so that it will be easy to move from the door here and then up. So what I'm going to do is go downstairs, grab that 3-step stairs. We're going to put that right here, and then I'm going to get started on building the wood planks to go from the scaffolding to the door. So that was easy enough. I have these stairs here, makes it very easy to go up and down. I think I need to do a little more adjustment on the scaffolding. Not this creaky noise, this is not going to go away, but a little bit. Each corner has an adjustment, a height adjustment, and I think what I need to do is come up a bit on this side here to kind of tighten it up. But yeah, this was easy. This is going to work. Going up and down, not a problem at all. So what I need to do now is work on this gap. I believe I have the perfect planks to use to bridge that gap from the door to the scaffolding. These planks here were the original planks that were there underneath the stairs. So these will be perfect. What I'll have to do is cut one down, maybe two, to bridge that gap and secure it in place. Okay, so I cut the boards and then I added two cross boards just to kind of keep them in line and add some additional support. When I really wanted to put the board further back, but I found that when I did that, the door wouldn't close, the door would hit it. So to compensate, I had to pull, instead of being here where the door would hit, I had to bring it back and get it to a point to where it wouldn't hit. There we go, like that. All right, so what I'm gonna have to do is cut this and make it shorter because this is just way too much overhang over here. So, but I want to use the proper tool, and I don't have it, so I'm going to have to go buy one. Be helpful to have in the future anyway. And then what I would like to do is cut this right about here, add some support underneath, probably another piece of wood that I can screw into this from the bottom, right? I would screw it to the bottom of this, kind of a wedge shape to support this. That way it doesn't flip forward if somebody were to step on the edge. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to add another board underneath and then screw that in. And in that way, it should be quite secure and be able to open and close the door without any issues. So, but for now, it works as is. Okay, now that I have the Ponteggio all set up, of course, I do need to do some fine tuning to it, but it's going to be perfect for moving those heavy items from the second floor down to the ground floor. So now I have to get this place cleaned up. Why? Because today is Friday, May 31st, and on June 2nd, Sunday, my home will be open to the public. I will allow people to come in, access the tower, and I do this because on that day, well, that day is an important day here in Castiglione. It is Corpus Domini, which is the feast of Corpus Christi, and here in Castiglione, it is celebrated with the infiorata. Infiorata in Italian means decorated with flowers, and that is exactly what happens here. There are groups of people in the community that throughout the year collect flower petals of various colors, and they save them for this day. And then on this day, very early in the morning, throughout the Castello, they create these beautiful mosaics and using these different colored flower petals. It's very, very beautiful. I'll be here that day. I will be filming, be walking through. I'll be talking to the people here that come into my house and access the tower. It's a lot of fun, and I open my place every time there's an event because in the past, the people that own this house for 30 years never allowed anyone to come in and get access to the tower. And the first year that I bought this place, people from the community came to me and said, hey, there's going to be a festa. Do you mind opening your place because it has some historic significance to the Castello? And it was my absolute pleasure to be able to do that. And now I do it every time there's a festa, unless there's some kind of major construction thing going on. But usually, without fail, I open up. So this is another one of those events. And as well, my family takes part in it. And we work with the children and we create our own mosaic. And I'll be showing all of you that. So I need to get cracking and get this place cleaned up. I've got a lot of construction material. I want to push it off to the side so that it doesn't get in anyone's way. But really the long pole in the tent is the tower. I've got a lot of rocks and I need to get all that taken away. Now, I guess I could leave it, but it's going to present better if I just move everything away, and it really clean up the tower, and I want to do that. So it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm going to have to carry all of those downstairs to the garage, so I got to get started. Now it's time for the heavy work. I want to move all of these stones and all these bricks down to the garage, right? Who needs a gym membership when you have work like this? And I want to clean it all up. I've got vegetation growing all between the bricks here, and I want to clear all of that out, make it nice and clean, so when people come out here, they don't see all of this material out here. It's going to look a lot better when I'm done. So might as well get started. I think I could do 3 I could probably do 4 at a time, but I think I'll get tired faster that way. So. The work to move these stones was a lot harder than I expected. Not to mention I had this little guy show up, scared the hell out of me. But in the end, I had everything nice and organized in the garage. I was really happy with the way it looked. But the dramatic change was at the top of the tower. Moving all that stone and all those bricks really created a big open space. It looked great. All I needed was for my inspector to do his walk around, and Kobe checked everything for me. He seemed okay with the work I did, so we were ready for the Inferrata. Hey y'all, it is the morning of Corpus Domini. I'm here in Castiglione. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning, and there have been people out here since about 5 o'clock in the morning working on these designs, getting everything laid out. As you can see in the back, they have these tents here. These are to protect from the wind, not from the rain, but from the wind, because it's the wind that'll blow these flower petals and move them out of the way. So as you can see, we've got a whole group of people here working on this particular design here, which is quite large. We've got designs throughout the Castello here, and we're going to take a look at all of them, as well as you'll be able to see that there are young and old that's involved in this. So let's go ahead and take a walk and take a look and see what's going on here. I'm happy to say that this year's event was a huge success. We had excellent weather. I had more than 100 people come to my home. They were out on the tower. There was lots of picture taking, and I was more than happy to share the space with them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Kobe and I will be back again soon. Ciao.